Today we're going to talk a little bit about balancing a simple budget. For a budget to be balanced, the income and the expenses have to be equal. Kind of like this picture. Notice it's balanced on both sides. The income and the expenses have the same weight if we were thinking about this like a scale we would use in science. Both are equal. So when we look at a budget, in order for it to be balanced, the income has to equal the expenses. Expenses can't be exceeding the income because that means we would be trying to spend more money than we have. And it's great if our income exceeds or is more than our expenses, but in order for our budget to be balanced, they have to be equal. So what happens when our income is higher than our expenses, meaning we've got more money than we're planning to spend? Well, in order to balance our budget, we would take that extra money that we have after we've paid all the expenses that we have, and we would put it in savings to balance our budget. So income has to equal expenses for a budget to be balanced. So let's look at a sample budget. This is Ginger's budget. And on the side over here, we have each of the different things that would either be considered an income or an expense. We're going to put them in the correct column together, and then we're going to figure out, is Ginger's budget balanced, or does something need to change so that her budget will be balanced? So our first one here says allowance for household chores, $10. Do you think that's an income or an expense? Is Ginger getting paid to do something so she's making money, or is she spending money? Well, when you get an allowance, you're being paid. So that is income. So we're going to put allowance, and she made $10. So we're just putting $10. Next, we have Wednesday after school babysitting, also $10. Is that an income or is that an expense? Is she earning money, so it would be income, or is she spending money, which would be an expense? In this case, Ginger's earning money by babysitting, so that is income. So we're going to list it on our income side. And she's earning $10. Let's look at the next one. Walking someone's dog for $3. If I'm walking someone's dog for them, I'm getting paid to do that. So that would also be income. I'm going to put walk dog. And it looks like Ginger made $3 doing that. Next we have rainy day savings. Now savings goes in the expense side because we are taking some of our income and we're putting it aside. We're spending it on something else. Right now, we're putting it in a savings account, but we're using it to save it on a rainy day means if something happens that you weren't planning for. So like you're driving your car and you have a flat tire and you need to buy a new tire, you would have your rainy day savings, meaning you have this money set aside to help pay for things that you weren't planning on. So this rainy day savings goes on our expense side because we're not earning money, we're setting it aside to pay for something else. So I'm going to put savings, and that is $1.50. Next we have college savings. Again, I'm saving money. It's not income. I'm taking some of my income and I'm setting it aside to pay for something else. So I'm going to put college. And here we are saving $5. So I'm going to put $5. Gifts for friends and family. Am I earning money or am I spending money? Well, if I'm buying gifts for people, I'm spending money. So I'm going to list gifts. And that's also $5. Notice I'm checking each one off so I make sure I don't forget any. Entertainment. Entertainment means I'm going to spend money doing some things I enjoy doing. Maybe I'm going to the movies. Maybe I'm going to main event. Maybe I'm going to play some video games. But I'm spending money doing fun things I like to do. So entertainment is $6, and that is an expense. So I'm going to put entertainment on my expense column, and it's $6. Clothing and accessories. Am I buying those so I'm spending money, or am I earning money? Well, if I'm buying clothes and accessories, I'm spending money. That's my expenses, and that is $10. So I'm writing clothing, $10. 2 to go. Donation to a food bank. A donation is an expense because I'm taking money that I have and I'm giving it to something else. So that would go under our expenses, and this is a $3 donation. So we have donation, $3. And last, we are washing the weekend dishes. If I'm washing dishes, I'm being paid to do something. And in this case, I'm going to be paid $3 to do that. Wash dishes, $3. Now, in order for me to figure out if Ginger's budget is balanced or not, I need to know what the total income is and what her total expenses are. So we would add up each column. If I look at her income column, 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus $3 is $23. Plus $3 more is $26. So her total income is $26. Now let's look at her expenses. Let's add it up on the side over here. I'm going to make this a little easier for myself. I see $10 here, and look, $5 and $5, that's another $10. So that's $20. Now, $6 and $3. 6 plus 3 is 9. So far, her expenses are $29, and we still have this $1.50. Remember, I line the decimal places up, and then I add and bring my decimal straight down. So here's a problem for Ginger. Her income is $26, but her expenses are $30.50. Is her budget balanced? Her budget is not balanced because her income and her expenses are not equal. But there's a bigger problem here. Can Ginger spend $30.50 if all Ginger has is $26? If I have $26, I can't spend $30.50. So in this case, Ginger would have to make a choice to decrease her expenses by $4.50. I know that because her expenses are $30.50. If I subtract this income, I can see that she has $4.50 too much in expenses. So Ginger would have to make some choices because she can't spend more than she has earned. Let's look at this one. So far this month, Nancy has the expenses and income shown in the chart. Nancy wants to buy some music online, but also have a balanced budget. Based on Nancy's current budget, what's the greatest amount of money she can spend? Well, I think the first thing we have to figure out is how much income does Nancy have, and how much is she already spending in her expenses column. Then we could figure out what's left that she could spend on other things to have a balanced budget. Remember, that's our key. Our balanced budget means income equals expenses. So let's start by adding up what she has in this first expenses column. I can add these three numbers with them listed here. 0 plus 0 plus 0, that's an easy one. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So far, Nancy has, is it Nancy? Yes, Nancy has $130 in expenses. but let's see what her income is. She has $30 in lawn mowing, $50 babysitting, $25 washing cars, and $35 for a garage sale. So let's add that up and see what her income is. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. Does Nancy have a balanced budget right now? Gotta fix that. $140 in income. Is her budget balanced? It's not, because her income is not equal to her expenses. So how will I find out if she wants to buy some music, how much can she spend and still have a balanced budget? Let's think about it like the one we did earlier. What her expenses are now plus some music has to equal her income of $140. I also am picturing this as a strip diagram. Here's her income, $140. Here's what we know she has already spent, and she has this part that we don't know yet. Well, we know from using strip diagrams, part plus part is whole, or whole minus part tells us the missing part. So we could just subtract 140 minus 130 is 10. So Nancy could spend $10 on music and still have a balanced budget. So what are the important things that we learned today? A balanced budget means income equals expenses. If our expenses are too high, if our expenses are higher than our income, then we have to make choices to decrease our expenses so that our income and expenses are equal, and then our budget is balanced.